Yada, you ain't know? Listen, if you're any noise or voice in the background, if you can't have the willpower, disregard it. It's about to get real. It's about to be a spicy, sort of a spicy conversation, yo. Or just drop some gems on you, okay? I gotta make this quick, okay? Listen, okay. I seen it. I seen it, yo. I seen it. And like I kinda knew, okay. All right. If y'all to sing, and I'm gonna talk about a little something about, my life and everything. Okay. I seen what's going on. I seen the young Pharaoh video, and stuff like that. And I'm like, woo, woo, oh, wee, wow, Brody, you alright? You alright? So I'm just like, ooh. The thing is, news to me how like, oh, and then the whole Rashad Jamal and everything. So let me tell you a little something about what's going on, okay? And you feel me? And let me let you know about my earlier experiences. Well, not say earlier, my experiences when I was like going through finding myself, okay? All right. Every living thing has masculine and feminine, okay? All right. Now, even though there was a post that he said, or he said God is a black woman or something like that. That's not like I'm not. That's not totally like. Some certain ones have been trying to mix up energies. Okay. The thing is, I know about the LGBTQIA. Okay. All right. I ain't worried about none of y'all. All right. Okay. So the thing is, listen. All right. I back in the day, I used to smoke, if you would like say, rock. Okay. All right. You feel me? I used to sell it, and then when I was getting it off from, just I kind of started, I did it, and then I kind of like got on it, and it was just some kind of advice that the egg donor told me. It said everybody. She said everybody got an addiction. Find one to stick to it. And I'm like, well, my addiction is, uh, improving myself and becoming better. Becoming, you feel me, becoming my truer self, and 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 being the expansive version of myself. So here's a little thing. I don't want to take up too much time. Listen, okay. Don't get mad at what's going on, okay? They're trying to get your emotions wild up, okay? I've been there, okay? Like I told y'all before, I done played some roles, okay? I done played the submissive role, okay? You feel me? Earlier, when I was younger, I said, oh, I wanted to be like my mom. I wanted to have the best of both worlds and everything. And I said, I was doing certain things to get the experience, okay? So the thing is, I am qualified to talk about it. All right. So the thing is, all right, I wasn't like certain ones in their life, even though I was, I had ex-friends that were homosexuals and everything. I don't use the word gay unless I'm saying, GEY. Listen, I know something about, homosexual things that they had. And the thing is, like, they like straight males. They like straight males. Okay. And then, you feel me? I'll get into that in a bit. The part is, listen, don't get mad. Okay. All right. I'm saying don't get your emotions in a twist. Okay. Okay. Look, just cause I'm on camera, that's a whole month. I'm so I kind of let it go this time. So listen, what's going on, okay? Even though certain ones back in the day, or certain ones, they were taken advantage of at the young age, okay? Certain guardians over them took advantage of them. Certain relatives are very spiteful. Certain ones would like to suck certain one's energy away, take their light from them sexually. They'll do things, okay, and try to, you feel me? And they have been trying to demasculinize the you feel me, the brown skin individuals, and the ones with the darker brown skin and everything, copper colored. Okay, so the thing is, you got to know this goes back further than that. There's a species. They're a reptilian. The reptilian species. Okay, they're asexual. They like males. They don't like females. They like males. The Leviathan, okay, they like to turn lust to luster, okay? So they looking at the male's buttocks, okay? They're planning, okay? If you're trying to get a lot of money or whatever, they'll try to send a whole bunch of people that, you feel me, try to send certain ones to you, okay? Try to get you on. Then they try to bring your frequency down using drugs or some kind of marijuana. They like to try to lace marijuana on, wish that on nobody. That's why I don't smoke none of that. You know, you get a supply or whatever, they get the jealous to probably do something. So my thing is, okay, they'll try to, try to get you to drink alcohol or try to put something in your food. You don't know. They'll get somebody close to you and they'll smile at you and they'll try to do that. Even somebody that you like. That's why I see what I'm doing and you feel me? And I always stay in prayer and I be still so it's healing. Okay, let me tell you something about the source of all creators, okay? The source of all creators is the yin and the yang, okay? Okay, the feminine and the masculine, okay? Okay, the feminine is the receptive, okay? The masculine, the yang, is the creative, okay? So together, when they're put together, that is Father, Mother, God, okay? All right? When you're at rest, you're in your yin, you're feminine, okay? You got to know this, okay? All right? That's the energy that's here. You gotta be still to heal or you're going to crumble. It's going to break you, okay? Here's another thing. You feel me? Some of y'all like to be all out here. It's you'll mess around and crumble if you don't do your meditations. Okay, listen. Let me tell you something else. All right. Certain homosexuals, whatever, they'll try to do something. They'll try to get a male and try to convert him and keep him. But then they like to try to pass them around and then just talk about him. They like to just talk about you. They don't really, you feel me? They're pretty lusty, you feel me, innocent, you feel me? They don't really be loving, you feel me? You feel me? And because whatever they did in their past life, their soul was put inside of a female soul was put inside a male body, okay? So now they're a male, they look male, but they got a feminine soul. And then they, you feel me? Because of certain sins that they did in the past life or something, okay? All right. So they had to learn their lesson, okay? All right. And that goes for the female. It's, and the thing is, if they had some trying to transgress or had some kind of animosity toward man and stuff like that, okay? The thing is, and I used to smoke, crack back in the day, okay? I done did males, you feel me? I done did males. I had my share of males. And I had certain males that I allowed to do me, in a sense. Not say do me, just saying, do, something, all right, sexual, okay, at those past times, okay, and I could count it on my hand, okay. It was definitely less than 4, okay, very less than that, okay. So the thing is, probably less than 2 when it comes to a specific area, okay. I have performed on a male genitalia area, okay. All right, okay. I was, wanting to get, some rocks or whatever. Okay. Now there was certain times, and I told you I was getting the experience, just, and the thing is, I felt like, you feel me? And then there was certain transgenders that you very, very attractive, look like females, whatever. I'm like, wow, I kind of like them. And the thing is, I wanted to get the experience. There was a specific male one time, and he took me to his, at the time he took me out of his spot. He took me to his spot, and he had some rocks or whatever. And he wanted to, kind of perform on me, you feel me? Do something. And, I seen how packed he was. And I'm like, I'm decided like, I'm not going to be taking that type of, because I didn't had, certain sizes. And the thing is, it didn't break a gird or whatever. And then I wasn't, you feel me? If it, certain sizes I wasn't going to be doing, you feel me? And, there's only 2 individuals I say that I could speak of, you feel me? And I'm be very open about it. I'm not, and the thing is something that I tell you, it's the woman, bro. She still got me. The female just got me. So the thing is, okay, don't get mad about that man, okay? Don't, you feel me? Certain ones have tried to send spirits to you, okay? They sent certain ones and made a deal and did some dark magic and try to send an entity to my room to grate me in the astral realm, try to grate me day in, day out for longer than a year. You feel me? and the power is wearing off. That's what I'm saying. That's why I kind of been telling y'all a little bit about this. They've been trying to do that to me, to where the power is wearing off. They've been trying to take my sexual energy, graping me, where you can't really, you feel me? There's only, you feel me? That's why I got close. You feel me? It helped me get so close. It aided me in getting close to the source, because the source was the only one I could turn to during those times. Okay, and now that's my go-to. Okay, that's why everything's going good for me now, and I blocked off a lot of people that didn't have any good intentions for me. Now listen, Rashad Jamal, okay, you seen how he tried to use the certain information and he turned it dark. So he wilded out, and he what they say, he crashed out. Okay, he was looking at certain ones as an enemy. No, bro, you became the enemy, because if you feel me, if you have no enemy within, you have no enemy without. You feel me? I don't look at anybody as an enemy. It's just karmics, certain ones that haven't learned certain lessons. If I know certain things, you feel me, and some people just can't get right. No good. Okay, you just got to cut them off. So the thing is, okay, this is the things for the ladies. Okay, don't get mad at that man. How courageous? If you really that potent, see if you can get that man back. You feel me? See if you can put it on him. Y'all keep putting it on him to see, you feel me? See if he could, you feel me? Because me, I ain't ever had the nails, and I ain't be doing the popping and shanking the fancy and all that, and certain jute in the butt. I don't, twerking the butt. I don't do all that. I don't wear dresses. You feel me? So when he kind of did, I was like, oh, wow, he must have got something. You feel me? So I'm just saying, y'all females, get that man back. Okay, if that's a mission, get that man back. Take him from certain ones. Okay, and you feel me? That'd be a good. You feel me? That'd be a point for us, you feel me? So everything's going back into balance, okay? So I love y'all. Find something safe to do and stay accountable, okay? Stay wise.